Hi everyone, it's Leanne again. How are you all? I'm just putting another 2 pages in my sewing book journal, paper book journal. I've got a placement there that I'm going to glue down, but I'm also going to glue these interesting pieces of yarn here into my book. Now, I was showing you this page. There's a maternity pattern page. And then I was showing you this page last time. There you go. Then I added this manila envelope, and I opened it up at both ends so you could stick stuff in it, and I have a pattern in there at the moment, an interesting pattern. I think it's called Create Your Own 18-piece wardrobe, and it gives you some clothes there, how to do that. It's interesting little ephemera from years ago. And there's the folder there. I put washi tape around it. Right, so the next page is there. I thought I'd miss that page for notes or something else, and I'd return to the next double page, which is this one. Right, so what we'll do is, I think we'll glue this down. Now, what we're going to do is, hang on a minute, I'll just shut that window. Is I'm going to use this new pen glue stick glue pen that I got from the dollar store. And I'll see how that goes because I ran out, remember yesterday, my glue. So we'll see how this one goes. I think I'll use the other end, which is this one. And we'll see how this goes. Sorry about that noise, that was my husband. He's cutting a piece of wood. Very noisy man. He's been on holidays for the last 2 weeks with me, and I tell you what, I'm ready to throttle him. He's just annoyed the hell out of me because he's not used to being home. He works many hours. He is retired, but he took up another job. And actually he's taken up another 2 jobs. Which is good. I've got glue all over me. Hang on, I've just got a wet wipe. I think I put too much glue on. Now we'll see how that glue goes. Anyway, he took up 2 more jobs. And he's been home 2 weeks and he hasn't known what to do. So I gave him a job to do this morning. I found one of those old Coke, what do you call it? It's a Coke that you put the glass bottle into and you pull the lid off. So it's a metal piece of opener, and you screw it onto a piece of wood or something like that. So I've asked him to do that for our retirement, because when we move to our little house to fully retire, which in a couple of years' time, I'll be able to use that as a decoration. It'll look nice. So anyway, I use that pen, that glue pen, and it's very comes out very quick, so you've got to be very careful with that. It's buckled the page a bit, but I'm sure it'll dry. It's a bit wet, actually, wet glue. It's not good for just paper, although you use it on paper. Maybe I put too much on. Anyway, let's get back to the placement of how I had this. Now I've got a piece of denim, there, a piece of beautiful vintage lace, some paper flowers to match the denim, and I've got this little coat hanger with all the threads on it. I thought that would look nice in the book, so that's what we'll do. We'll place them down. Now I'm going to use the hot glue gun, I think, for the material. Just see if it's working. Yep. Oh my gosh, threads already. Threads galore. Okay, so we're going to turn that around. We're going to glue it up this way. You don't need to put much glue onto it because it's only a light piece of material onto paper. You only want it stuck there. I'll just move these glue sticks. I'm not too impressed with them, but we'll see how we go. It might turn out to be okay. I might be just not using it right. Anyway, still wet, that glue. Right, now what else did we have on it? I think we had this on it, didn't we? Yes. Right, so I'll just stick it down here on the side, like that. Put it on the side there. It's a beautiful piece of lace. Just glue it down a little bit at the top here. It's not fully down. There we go. Right. So what does that look like? Alright. Then we'll stick these flowers down. I only got these this morning. My husband brought them home from the dollar store. I think they match the denim really nice. I only need a tiny bit of glue on these. They're just paper thin, no weight to them. Right, and then we've got our coat hanger. Let's just see how we're going to glue this. I think I'll just go up the sides a bit like that. And put it on like that. Oh, it's not too bad. I'll re-glue some of the areas down like that. A little bit over here. And a tiny bit under the hook. And hold that down too. Like that. Right. Now that looks okay. What do you think? So it's just decorating up that page. There's some nice beautiful threads there. A little bit of denim flower to match it, and some beautiful vintage lace. Now on this page here we have information about different types of yarn. It's a vintage piece from a very old book, but it is still relevant today. But it's of interest, isn't it? I feel like we've got to do something just here, and I don't know what. Let me see. I've got some, you know what? I might put some washi tape down, this pink one, to match the denim. Now this one's got birds on it. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me see if I can find the opening. Yep, there it is. Right, I'll put some washi tape down as a backdrop, because these pages are completely non-painted or hasn't got any background to it except the book itself. It's good just to put something in the background just to differentiate it. Now I've got these denim little flowers here, and I've got some scrap more thread there, so I think I will put that down. Let me just see what this looks like. Let me just swap them around, see what that looks like. Don't mind that. So that's what I'll do. Just there. Like that. And I've got all this thread here. So I think I'll just put a little bit of glue down and throw it on top. See how that goes. Not too bad. Right. Now, just got a bit of glue on everything. Now what does that look like? Does that look nice? Looks different, doesn't it? Now that glue is just starting to dry now. I can feel it. It's a bit wet. So I might use it again, but very, very sparingly, so it doesn't have piles and piles of it and wet it. So okay, so let's go through our book again. I'll just move that. Right, this is the front of our book. It's called My Sewing Book, and I've got some calico on top. I've, made the ends a bit messy by pulling strands out. I've got a journaling, my sewing book, little journaling thing. I've got some vintage crochet lace hanging down, and I've got, as you can see, some of this extra bits I pulled off the calico. They're just tied down. Now this book here is just a craft book. I've got 3 of them. As I said, my next one's going to be a recipe journal, my recipe book. And on the first page, I've got vintage tape. I've got sewing and my measurements. You can put your own measurements down there if you want to, but that's just a little thing for the book. I sewed this down with my sewing machine. I went on Big Stitch, I think it was 5 or 6, and I machine sewed that down. I doubled that page over to make it thicker for when I sewed it. Now on the second page, this is where the sew marks are from the machine. I put some washi tape on it so it would cover it. You don't have to if you like that natural sewing look. And I've got some flowers. I've got a crochet piece of lace there. Let me just move them. Yep, that's better. And I put some, I don't know, some tissue paper there of writing or something, just to add an interest. I've got this beautiful vintage dummy or mannequin. I've got some vintage buttons there. They're all vintage buttons. A piece of that crochet cotton I had left from over there, and it's got the secret of successful dressmaking. Now on the next double page, I've done this. I put that tissue paper back down with a moth or butterfly, whatever it is. I've got some beautiful thread there on a little vintage card, a vintage cotton reel down there, some scissors, and I've got this little one here that says Dressmaking 1. Now over the page here I've got this rotary cutter. I've got measurements here, vintage measurements, a chalk, a thimble, a beautiful pin cushion, vintage pin cushion, and these beautiful buttons here. There's 3 of them, and they're quite beautiful. And I put the backdrop of some calico on the backdrop. Now the next page is this one. On the first page here has a beautiful vintage pattern of maternity pants, which is there. That's just a pattern. I thought I'd throw in with some interest because of its age. Even that, you can tell it's old. And on this page I have this beautiful girl in the middle here with this beautiful, what is it, a rowley fastening system, this one here. I remember them from the early 70s. I've got a sticker here with the embroidery, that beautiful fashion flair writing there. I've got some more vintage buttons here, some more vintage buttons there. But that girl is stunning, isn't she? You can tell the age. Look at the flowery pants and the belt. It's quite stunning. Now on this page here, I've just put one of those manila envelopes, and I've cut both ends off to fit it to the book, and I've got a pattern here in this one. This is an old piece from a book. It's called Create Your Own 18-Piece Wardrobe. And look at all the styles down here and the colours. So I thought I'd throw that in of some interest. Right. So it opens up both ends. Now I left that double page just to give it strength on this page here. So I might glue them two together so it's stronger. Now on this page I have this information here of yarns. I have a piece of denim, some beautiful paper flowers to match it, the colour. I've got this little tiny coat hanger with these threads on it, and some vintage lace gone right down there. I've kept some of the pieces off the denim and some extras from the end of them, and I glued them on with some washi tape on the background, and I've got 3 denim little flowers that I created on a piece of calico. So that's the next page I've done. Now I'm up to this page here, and because it's buckled a little bit because of the pages, I'm going to put another one there to strengthen it yet again. So this is the double page I'm up to for my next journaling piece, and at the moment I've just collected some interesting things here. In particular, I've got this one here, how you measure your bust and your hips and your thighs. It's quite a nice piece. I've got some little bits and pieces there. I've got a paper pattern sizes from a vintage book as well. And I've got this interesting one, which is UK, Canada, New Zealand. What else has it got there? Germany, Sweden, France, Spain, Italy, South Africa, and the sizes and the country flags there. That is a very interesting one. And what does it say? Ready to wear sizes. So you got those countries, and it gives you the measurements of each country, what it represents and means. So UK, Canada, and New Zealand, a 10. Australia, in the USA it'd be a size 8, in France, Spain, Italy it'd be a 40, in Germany it'd be a 38, and in Sweden it'd be a 36 inch. So they're very interesting chart, and I love the fact that these are all flags. Very interesting. I have a chart here of abbreviations. I think that is for knitting, so I'm going to put that in as well. It's a vintage chart. And then I have these wonderful pictures here of different styles of crocheting back, you know, years ago. I have some photos here and some little bit of words, journaling words and things like that. I have some, look at that, needles. A little packet of needles in paper form. I can't even read what it says. And I thought that would be a part of my next 2 pages. Now I'm going to start my recipe book as well, like I said. That's my sewing book. So every couple of days or so I'll do a new couple of pages till I finish the book. It's going to get quite thick, but if it gets too thick we can stop. But other than that, I'm enjoying doing that journaling. The only thing is I'm concerned about is the fact that I use the book with the white pages. I don't know what to do in the background. I suppose I could paint it and all that, but or maybe put paper down to cover it up. I'm not sure. Maybe you've got some ideas. You can tell me what to do about the white background, because I'm just not too sure what to do with the background. Otherwise I'll just leave it. But yes, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'll go online and I'll have a look at some other people's junk journals and see what they've done in the background on it. But other than that, there it is. So until next time, I will see you later.